Hey everybody, RockPaperMario here, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Blue, the complete Pokédex edition. Well, actually, I have some stuff to show off, first of all. In between videos, I made up my mind that I'm just going to keep these Pokemon and I'm going to train them because it's fun. And since I can play at double speed, the off-screen grinding isn't even that much of a grind really, so it was fun. It didn't take that long. Just put on some music and played, so they're fun Pokemon anyway, and it's something that'll just get easier as time goes on. And oh my god, my voice is really I don't know what. God, and I don't think this tea is helping, because I think the milk in the tea contributes to the mucus-ness of my throat or something. But it just feels really scratchy or something. I don't know what's up with it. It's very strange. We actually have a new Pokemon we can catch here, so... No, not you. We already have the goddamn Koipu. We don't need you. As you can see, Buddy is level 12 now. Thanks, Buddy. What do you mean I can't escape? Well, I guess if you can imagine a Paris escaping from a Rattata. Oh my god, sorry. I'll probably be grunting a lot in this episode just to clear my throat, because I don't know, it's something over the last couple of days, this whole week basically, it started off I had a sore throat. And then, no, we don't need you either, we already have Buzzar. It started off that I had just a regular sore throat, and why can I never escape from these things? This thing's gonna kill me. Super effective, and now I get away from it, not before it hits my weak point for massive damage. So yeah, it started off that I had a sore throat for a couple of days, and then that proceeded to develop into I had ridiculous stuffed up runny nose. This is the Pokemon we're looking for, by the way, Sandshrew. Might as well use Buddy against it, see if Buddy can take him out. Well, not take him out, but get him down to lower his health so I can catch him. Good job, Sandshrew. See, I don't think it learns Sand Attack. I don't think it knows Sand Attack yet, so that's one. Well, no, that's not a good thing at all, because that means he's just going to keep killing me, and I only have 2 Pokeballs, so I'd better catch the stupid thing and then go buy more. There we go. We caught Sandshrew. So yeah, so that proceeded into this really strange stuffed up nose, and my nose was running all get out for the last couple of days, and now it's still, my throat is kind of scratchy and I'm kind of lost for breath sometimes randomly, or else it's just really mucusy. It's very strange. I've never had anything like that. I'm gonna name you Nancy because it's the first name that popped into my head while I was talking. I have no idea why. Nancy. Of course. Nancy was transferred to someone's PC. Well, good for her. I'm not going to be using Nancy yet. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm trying to go to get Koipu and all of those articles and those personages leveled up and evolved as soon as possible, and then they're just out of the way. I don't have to worry about them anymore, which is one approach. I suppose another approach would be to leave all those Pokemon until the end, and just concentrate on Pokemon I'm actually interested in using, and then level them up by fighting high-level Pokemon at the end of the game. But I don't know, I don't see the fun in that. I think most of the fun is using Pokemon you're not used to using. I've never really used Rattata just because I've never liked it that much. I've never really, used... Well, no, I have used Sandshrew before, but not a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna catch some Pokeballs. I'm gonna need them. How many can I afford? Might as well buy that many. I mean, what else am I going to spend his money on? I might as well buy some potions. Yeah. I mean, as I say, what else am I going to spend the money on? And it could get me out of a sticky wicket on Nugget Bridge, because actually my Pokemon aren't even that high leveled, to be perfectly honest. They're all level... I think Bob Pataki is the only one that's above level 15. All the rest of them are all level 13, 12, and 11, but... Oh no, I forgot about this! I forgot I have to fight the other Harry. Struggling along back here. I'm doing great. I got a bunch of strong and smart Pokemon. Well, I caught loads of Pokemon. I've caught almost every single Pokemon you can catch by this point. except Geodude, and Zubat, and Pikachu, and Nidoran Male, and Weedle. That's quite a long list now that I think of it. Oh my god, what? What? Why is Pokemon so strong? Buddy can't go face off against this. And all I've got is the goddamn Koipu. I don't think I can win this, can I? I think I'll send out Bob Pataki just to soften him up. He's gonna soften me up is what's gonna happen. I don't think I can beat this guy. Well, especially not if he's going to do nonsense like that. I completely forgot this battle existed. Well, that's good. That'll help us a lot. At least Bob Pataki actually has good defense. We can't be missing with the water gun now. Yeah, keep doing that. That's a wussy move compared to quick attack. Stop missing. He only used it once. Why do I keep getting into these situations where with these battles that I'm just barely scraping by? It's not the way you're supposed to be playing this game. I can't believe I forgot this battle happens. Well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it isn't really that big a deal because... Oh my god, he's gonna die. Great. Well, ain't that just brilliant? We might as well send out the goddamn Koipu. It doesn't really matter if I do die because... No! It doesn't really matter if I do die because, like, I spent all my money anyway. And that's the only downside to having all your Pokemon get knocked out, is that you end up, like, losing half of your money. And how can I relax when you're spending all me hard-earned cash? Yeah, we might as well... Well, no, all that'll know is teleport. I might as well just keep out the goddamn Koipu. Rather than... Isn't that all it's going to know? Yeah, teleport, whatever. I might as well just keep out the goddamn Koipu rather than sending something else out. I mean, I do want to level it up. I can't believe that the bird... I can't believe that Oko-san took out Bob Pataki. Well, here it's Koipu versus Koipu, except his Koipu probably knows Hyper Fang. That's why I'm going to try and get in a quick attack and just soften it up quickly. Yeah, keep doing junk like that. No! The goddamn Koipu was actually extremely effective. What'll I send out now? Buddy. Buzzar. I kind of want to keep Buzzar for when he sends out Bulbasaur or whatever he has. I'm going to use Sand Attack. I'm just going to completely cheese it is what I'm going to do. I actually leveled up Oko-san, and Oko-san is actually turning out to be quite a good Pokemon, just because I like taking advantage of wussy strategies like this. It's like, it's going to keep on using Tail Whip as well, which is just going to play right into my hands too. Oh jeez, oh jeez. First, you take a tub of meat. Then you heat it up for just a bit. That's how you make a pape wrap. My god. The Kusala Goopa Goop. I can't believe I can't believe Kusala Goopa Goop is a thing. Yeah, see, you can't do shit once you've got sand in your eyes. It makes me think of, like, I remember one time we randomly had, like, we randomly had this videotape that just had random television recorded on it. Like, random episodes of different programs. I'm going to send out Buzzar and just try to take it out as quickly as possible with Peck. Though maybe it would have been smarter to use a few sand attacks. Give him a couple of good slams now and then. But we had this tape that just had random television programs recorded on it. Like, there wasn't even... I can't even remember much of what was recorded on it, but I remember one of the things that was recorded on that random videotape with television programs recorded on it was that episode of King of the Hill where, like, well, Harry defeated Harry. I can't believe we scraped through that one and it was all down to the goddamn Koipu. We couldn't have done it without you. Hey, guess what, loser? I went to Bill's and got him to show me his rare Pokemon. That added a lot of pages to my Pokedex. After all, Bill's world famous as a Pokemaniac. He invented the Pokemon storage system on PC. Oh my god. Since you're using his system, go thank him. I'll thank your mother, you black, dusty, rusty ass. Smell you later, punk. Oh my god. I just got completely caught off guard by that battle's mere existence. I wasn't expecting that at all. You have hands, you don't have claws at all. But yeah, one of the things that was recorded on it was that episode of King of the Hill where like Dale, I don't know what happens. He has like an existential crisis where he realizes that he's a loser. So like his friends, like basically Hank and Bill and Boomhauer and Peggy and all the rest of that gang, they respond to his ad in the paper and hire him as a soldier of fortune or whatever. So he thinks he's on like this special mission, and Hank is doing this voice where he's like calling himself Mr. Big and being like, I am Mr. Big, like that. Like, I am Mr. Big. And he's like giving him directions on what to do this mission or whatever. But of course, like, Dale is completely paranoid and thinks everyone's out to get him. So he's in the bus station, and at one point, this guy just walks by, or like not sneaks up with him, but wants to say something to him or something, and he just pulls sand out of his pocket and throws it in his face and says, "Pocket sand," like that. And like that's what Sand Attack always reminds me of, especially like the animation that's in this, where it's just like sand shooting at their face. It just reminds me of that one, not just that part in King of the Hill, like that part in King of the Hill on that random tape that we just had random episodes of things recorded on it. It's like, what a thing to have. But and like I think that's something that's like that doesn't really exist anymore, do you know? People don't have those kind of, like, because people don't tape things anymore. Like, we record things on, like, Sky Plus or whatever service you have. Like, we record things, but then it's only that one show when you have it. And it's not like when people used to record things on videotapes, like, I remember when we used to do it, it's just kind of like this random stitched together bits and pieces of different programs, one after the other. Oh, that'll be helpful, actually, for catching things. It's just this like random stitched together bits and pieces from different channels, from different times, from different days, but all in like one, after being combined into one long videotape. And it's just really fascinating. Like I remember what I used to love was like when I watched like old videotapes that we'd recorded where we used to record stuff off the television. I used to find it fascinating when you'd see like old ads, and you'd remember, oh my god, I remember that, or I remember that television program, like the ad for it, or I remember that cereal ad, or I remember that toy ad, or something like that. Like, it's just really, I used to find that really fascinating, to the extent where I found actually these videos, there are people who obviously find old ads fascinating as well, where they actually will upload to YouTube, they'll upload the entire ad break from some year on some channel. Like if you look up, let's say, Channel 4 ad break 1994 or something like that, they'll have uploaded like the whole like 3-minute ad break or whatever with the different ads, and they'll have like listed which one was which and everything. I just find that really fascinating. It's amazing to me, like, because I think advertising by its very nature needs to speak to people in a coherent manner where it'll get its message across as efficiently and as effectively as possible. I think advertising is like one of the most condensed ways to look at the people and culture of a specific time. So if you look at like the ads from 1994, it'll tell you a lot about what was important to people back then, how it was like most effective to bring messages across to people then and stuff like that. It's just really interesting to think about it that way, because obviously you can't add, like, even if you have like the same product, like even if like, oh my god, how did that do so much damage? Did like 19? Did it? Or something like that. I think I can survive one more if it's not a critical hit. Well, we'll find out right now. Oh yes, apparently I was right, but I'm gonna switch out because this is not gonna end well. Like, you think of like a product that was around like 20 years ago, which is still around now, like let's say, like Special K. Like, Special K has been around for the longest time. But, like, you can't, like, if you advertised Special K the same way now as you did 20 years ago, it wouldn't work, because people have different values, people absorb media in different ways, so you have to keep, like, things like that up to date, and that's why I think, like, seeing ads from a certain time is just really interesting. There's this one ad that I can never find, like, and I've looked it up several times, and I can never find it on Nidoran female. Yeah, I'll change Pokemon. Change to Timothy. Oh, Timothy. Oh, Timothy. I'm gonna have to say that every single time, just because Timothy from World Mine. I actually got Miss Jiggly up to level 13 as well. Miss Jiggly can be a bit potent. Like, it's really kind of surprising to me how kind of, how bulky Clefairy and Jigglypuff are, which is necessary. Like, you can be really effective if you can just keep pushing things to sleep. Especially with the way sleep works in this generation compared to all the generations afterwards. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, there's like this one ad that I still like have yet to successfully find on the internet. And what it is like, it's this ad, and I know it's for McDonald's, and it's from the early 90s. And it was like this girl, and she was at a window, and it was raining outside, and she was like drawing on the window, doing like the condensed water on the window pane, you can draw on it with your finger or whatever. And she drew a feather, so she draws this feather on the window, and the feather like becomes real and like pops out of the glass or whatever. And then she ends up, like, I don't know what happens next, I can't remember, but it ends up that, like, there's this bubble, like, she draws a circle or something, and a bubble pops out. But there's, like, this tiny little Ronald McDonald inside in the bubble, do you know? Like, I remember that ad, it must have been, like, that ad must have been on some tape, that we had tapes that I used to watch all the time, because otherwise I would not remember it so vividly. Because that's the thing, like, there were certain programs that, because I liked them so much, and it was the same with my brother as well, because we liked them so much, like, when you think about it, our parents were amazing, because, like, my dad used to get up in the morning and he'd say, like, oh, Harry likes this program, I'm going to record this, and every morning he'd, like, add a new episode to the tape. So, like, let's say, like, the Winnie the Pooh cartoon, I had, like, one tape that was just, like, 4 hours non-stop of episodes of the Winnie the Pooh cartoon, that my dad had painstakingly recorded day after day, one after the other. Like, when I think about it now, it's absolutely absurd, you know? Like, that they would go to those lengths to do something for us, like, for our entertainment. And they did the same with, like, my elder brother with the original Batman cartoon. Well, I used to watch that as well, like, Batman the Animated Series. Like, so that we had, like, tapes where there was just episode after episode after episode taped. Like, and it was just all painstakingly done, episode by episode, by my parents. It's just crazy, like, and they're still there. But they were the tapes that had, like, just one, like, television program, but multiple episodes. We also had, like, tapes that were recorded where, like, it was just, as I say, just random episodes of things. So there was, like, maybe, like, a video where there'd be one episode of Captain Planet and an episode of Johnny Bravo and an episode of this and an episode of that, and just, like, random shit all one after the other. I'm actually going to send out Bob Pataki because that Hyper Fang is giving me a freak attack. But yeah, that's something that doesn't really happen anymore. I suppose, like, it's not necessary anymore to do that because, like, with the advent of the internet, like, you can just put on, like, if you want to show your kids something that they like, you can just find that exact thing that they like, you know, and you don't have to, like, go to those sorts of extremes, and that if you want to show them the program that they like, you have to buy it on video, or you have to, like, tape it for them off the television. I just decided to send out Timothy, to, take this guy out just so he wouldn't use rap. Because that'd just annoy me. I'm already up to like 20 minutes. I don't need some snake rapping my ass either. When all I'm trying to do is sing and pound. That's pretty much all Timothy wants to do in that film as well, is sing and pound. That's the whole... I don't know, sing and pound or sing and be pounded. You never get that in depth as to what the relationship is going to be between Timothy and Jock Boy, whatever his name is. I just call him Jock Boy because that's what they call him as well all through the episode. Well, that's what his two friends call him, the black guy and Zelda Williams. I'm still talking about Word of World Mine, by the way, just in case that wasn't clear. I can understand how Word of World Mine isn't necessarily the most clear or understandable or comprehensible thing in the world. But watch it, then you will understand. Then you will be addicted to the lotions. But I think with like Word of World Mine, I think one of the most enjoyable things about it, or one of the things that makes it so enjoyable for me, is just like all the random little in-jokes. Because like when we used to watch it, like when Echo Phonin and Nocturnal Owly and all of us, when we used to watch it like regularly, because like we used to watch it, like we watched it like multiple times. Like one time I watched it twice a day, or I watched it like about 8 times in a week or something. It was something really ridiculous like that. And we had like all those little in-jokes, like she's addicted to the lotions, and like, oh wait, now she's gonna do that face, or like the way that like was Coach Tyrell was Coach Tyrell, and when he's like, they're talking about love, or like there's that part in that song where he just looks like really, where he's like the epitome of pitiable, where like Coach Tyrell is like sitting down on the ground outside the principal's office, and he's like, the course of true love never did run smooth, and he just like looks really sadly out the window. And it's just like all those little in-jokes, or the way like that when like Timothy's mom goes to apply for the job with your one's lotions, she like they have this weird scene where they're up in her bedroom putting makeup on, and it just looks like the start of a lesbian soft porn movie. It's just really like, I don't know what's funnier, like the film itself or like the entire meta layer that we put on that film just by virtue of watching it communally. I don't know. I suppose like I would have to say the meta layer is funnier. I don't know. Anyway, I think that's enough for this part of Let's Play Pokemon Blue. It was a doozy. I'll see you next time, and we'll continue on Nugget Bridge. Bye now.